Some of those things had to happen anyway. Especially when I have to keep facing other things that happen in my life, and then I want to make sure whether or not, if I'm not getting myself screwed up or not. It is the 29th of October. It is several minutes before 7 o'clock in the evening. It's on a Friday night. It's the Zombie Weaver John C. from Roseland, California. Oh, guys. Some things have happened, and other things are trying to start up other cycles within me. During this time of season, I know it's a hell of a lot of stress, pressure, and aggravation for people who have lost loved ones that could not make this holiday season even more painful than it already is. I know I've done a lot of videos and they're probably bored the living crap out of people, or maybe depressed. I hate to say it, but these videos are also for my own selfish, self-centered, egotistical needs at this point over here, for me to get this shit off my chest, because if I don't do these things as safety valves, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do at this point over here. I'm posting them out there for people to watch. Yeah, why not? Maybe in a way it helps, and maybe a way it tells other people that, look, they're not the only ones going through this kind of crap in the first place. Regardless if they're preteens, if they're teens, if they're in their young adulthood or older adulthood, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, it still strikes them. Depression, anxiety, PTSD, grief. Now they're all running the same gambit right now in the heads. There's not enough pills and not enough group therapy out there to even solve it. It just has to deal with something that we still have no control over to get rid of the pain. No matter how many times we might want to use other controlled substances, either liquid or vaporous, or even in pill form, to get rid of it, it doesn't. It doesn't. And I'm not willing to indulge in any of it either. Besides, I've got hardly anybody else to talk to about this anyway. So if I have to do it this way of posting out stuff, then so be it. I'll bore the living crap out of people, I'll piss them off left and right. But you know what, I don't care. This time of season that you're going to have a hell of a lot of people trying to figure out whether or not they're going to be willing enough to live through life or not without loved ones, because of any and all circumstances that does take away a human life, regardless if it's by nature of the source or if it's man-made, or maybe a little bit of both. It's hard as hell for us to acknowledge it, to accept it. I'm not saying embrace it. Because there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to embrace loss of life. It still hurts like hell. I have talked with people throughout my life, and let's say I've already walked through it already. I mean, walked through it on both sides, and I don't think we've got that much to talk about. But me forcing a will down people's throat, that's it, because we're all together, and I won't want to do that either. I won't do that to scare people. I won't do that to harm them, because it's not worth it. What is worth it is for me to tell people, I'm alright. I am just going through hell right now. But all right in hell is usually two opposite ends. Because either you're feeling like trash and you're feeling like you want to be tossed out in the garbage can, put into a recycling area, crushed, melted down, broken into pieces. I know it's a lousy way for me to say it. Some is bad enough as saying having your heart ripped out while it's still beating. It's like watching Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. When you have that mad lunatic chanting up a lot of words to see a heart being pulled out of the guy's chest, and he looks at it and he laughs his head off because he's insane. Meanwhile, the guy in front of him is dying because he just had his organ ripped out from his chest. Now, if the guy didn't get fried at one time and actually lived for a few more seconds, he might have understood the pain level that sometimes I'm going through right now as it is. I don't have them all around, still hanging around over here, just making sure I've got a hole in my chest. They'll be laughing up a storm if I actually get something being reborn in there somehow. Wanting for another shot to take another piece of meat and just toss it out somewhere in flames. It's kind of hard to use that kind of euphemism and analogy at this point over here, but how else would you want us to describe it? And I'm not trying to do the Halloween theme at this point over here. What I'm trying to say is the pain level that I've experienced these days are a lot worse than what fictional Hollywood can try to indicate on how a person might be able to deal with that kind of loss of life, especially the loved one. Even that happens to be animal form as well. Halloween, we're supposed to be dealing with the fictional horrors. We're supposed to be dealing with the fictional that people can create so they can scare the living crap out of us. I don't scare too easily. I don't scare too easily because I really don't care. I'd look at it and say, bring it on. Bring it on. I'm going to try putting the glare of death. And I say, I'm going to scare you with my bad eyes. Well, you don't mind if I punch you in the face first, and don't care if I survive the conflict or not. I am just simply going to wipe the deck off of you. Because I got nothing else to live for. And it's kind of hard to make jokes like that because the amount of pain, a lot of mouth, grief that is felt, and it's kind of hard to throw up the barrier of humor, like I've been doing it for most of my life. Throw humor out there to people to make sure that they know I'm still alive. And I'm trying to say, oh yeah, I'm fine, I can shake this thing off, I'm humorous. Meanwhile, the inside, I'm shaking like a leaf and about to lose my mind, lose my lunch, and everything else. There have been times that I had prayed, and I don't know if I've gotten it or not. Probably I haven't, don't even recognize it, but if I did, then I must be more blind and more dumb than I thought. I've had people coming out every once in a great while just to see if I'm still alive or not, even though they are having their own issues. Maybe they're set up that way in a cosmic chessboard or something, I don't know. It's always so nice to have somebody coming by just to see how the hell I'm doing. And if I'm not in a self-defense mode, I can actually honestly tell them I'm recovering, I'm still feeling like shit right now, and earlier today I had been through several sessions where I tore my ass apart, crying my eyeballs out because of something triggered me a great deal, and I can't stand it and I can't deal with it. And I don't know what else to do about it. And the honest truth is, that's what happened today. And so there have been times that I actually had to endure, deal, and cope at the same time. And it's not that easy. But for some people, it's get up, be a man, do this, do that. You got to. My answer is to that one. You want me to be a man? You want me to be the man? Be the macho? I hate to tell you something, but when you're dealing with that much agony inside your system there, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to deal with that, you know? You're supposed to deal with it. You're supposed to be the man of the house. You're supposed to be the macho person. You're supposed to be the strongest person around. And I hate to say it, but I failed in that case. Maybe my brother or my mother would probably tell me otherwise. I don't see how. All I know, I had to dig into a hell of a lot of resources just to deal and cope with the day by day. I can tell you just for today, I don't feel like celebrating Halloween. I don't feel like dressing up and going into character. I'll probably do it after Halloween to be most inappropriate. I don't feel like watching movies to scare the living crap out of me because we're having life throwing me curveballs enough. What I am trying to deal with is my own. And that's all I can do for right now. I know a lot of people don't watch me. It's alright. It's not for everybody anyway, it's just for me. I know I could have put it on private or unlisted, but I put it out there in public. Why not? Why not? I know, it's not like some of those other social platforms you can actually keep the stuff alive on there until their server farms crash and burn. And this, I won't get back, but at least it'll be out there. At least this way I'll be in public. And I'm not afraid. I've got enough issues right now as it is tearing me apart. And I'm trying not to be afraid of. I have a dog that is constantly afraid of the night now. My little one. She's been through a hell of a lot worse than I have. We're both lucky enough to have each other right now as it is. She don't look at what's going on outside because it's dark, spooky, and she hears weird noises, and she needs constant reassurance of that. Hey, okay. I have to deal with my own ideas, what else's ideas. I have to deal with everything else going on. Some videos actually do get to be posted out there, and other videos aren't. I just want to show people what I am going through. I just want to show people what I've been trying to do, what I've been trying to deal with. It's easy enough to throw on a costume and try to pretend that you're someone else, or try to pretend that you're something else. I could do that, you know. Right now, you're on camera. I could put this vest aside. I could whip on a shirt. And then I could say, look at me, I'm a fool and an idiot. I can do that right now as it is. It's still not going to solve the fact of what's going on around me, or what's troubling me most of all these days. It'll be a diversion. That's about it. That's all it is a diversion. Sometimes we do need a diversions to keep us in check, keep us from getting too caught up in our own situation, in our own misery, in our own interpretation of what's going on around us. Because that is what's causing, or at least it's part of the reason why it's causing us to have this kind of grief and pain. I know it is for me. Great deal. And I have to keep telling myself, I'm going to get through this damn thing one way or another. It may not be tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, I don't know. But am I going to be doing the diversion for you, or for the diversion for me? I mean, it's easy enough for me to say I'm going to be doing the diversion for myself at this point over here, and then just leave it at that. But is it? Am I? Am I going to do that? Pride and ego and everything else going crazy. Because I have to be this way, I have to be that way. To be with someone else or something else thinks what I should or should not be. Yeah, somehow there's supposed to be a thing called free will. And sometimes we are screwed up in our own thinking of free will because we think we know better. We honestly believe and think we know better. And therefore we gotta tell people that one. That we should tell the powers that be to lay off because we are this and we are that. I got news for you. Sometimes has a way of biting us in the ass. Has a way of biting me in the ass. Yes, I am subject to whims and conditions from anything and everybody out there. But I'm also subject to the whims and conditions I have inside here and in here. And if I feel like I'm not going to be celebrating this damn thing, because that's how I'm feeling right now as it is. And sometimes I have to say, in all honesty, because I get sick and tired of being pushed and manipulated around in certain circumstances where I always have to be into a constant depressional, blubbering my eyes. I've been like that all weekend. Well, for the past 3 years. I'm getting tired of it. I mean, sometimes I get sick and tired of it because I can't enjoy the holiday season. I can't enjoy people coming over here. This looks like a mess of film. It's not clean. It needs to be cleaned up. For me to say that and put that in the public, are you kidding me? It's like, how dare you? I dare. Say it. I say it because I'm having issues enough as it is. Case in point of being a fool and idiot. See, no one in their right mind that I've discovered ever does this on air because they don't want to be known as weird. Hell, if we actually had that kind of thinking a long time ago, shit, where the hell would we be without our weirdness? Now, you notice I've been wearing the shirt that says actually Curtin Riker 2020. At one time, we are talking about just pure politics, yeah, but it's also a t-shirt. Kind of small for an nice shirt, but it's still works anyway. You still wear it and you still sweat the damn thing. And I'm looking at this shirt here, even though I could mark this bastard up with pins. Well, stick one pin in here. Maybe a bit off center, but you know, I'm gonna carrot split. So now I've got a shirt with a pin on it. Forgive me for 1 second, okay? Now there goes the rippings. Well, now what do you think about this one? I'll probably only wear it for maybe about 5 or 10 minutes before the heat generates a lot of it, because it is cumbersome, and every time I keep putting this thing on, I'm ripping off stitches left and right. It's a 3X. I couldn't get anything larger like a damn 4X or a 5X, so I have to deal with a 3X. But even dealing with a 3X, even dealing with that, it doesn't matter, because on a day like this, a couple of days before Halloween, I'm supposed to celebrate it. I'm not going out for trick-or-treating, I'm not delivering the kids stuff, but just need something to wear. I may or may not wear this damn thing on that day. Just do other stuff on Sunday and then not go out party or anything else like that. But just for me as itself to hold on. they battery power. But this is just for me to get this thing on, prove how nuts I can be, like everybody else can. I'm a Trekkie, lifelong, since '66. Came out, that was the same year I was born. So, diehard lifer. I'm about as old as it, and I feel like it. But other people feel a hell of a lot better than I do, because they enjoyed us a lot better. One time as a young kid I did. And I always wanted to have a complete uniform I could wear. Well, pieces of costume here and there. Just like this. But I'm not going to stress about it as much. I'm just going to enjoy what I've got for a few moments. Pull this thing out and start gasping for breath and cold air. That's just to show you that I am a Trekkie, a Trekker. Now, if you don't mind, comes the fun part. Then we have the lark. Now I can breathe and get cold air. How do I feel right now? Like a complete blithering idiot. But hopefully someday I won't be tearing myself apart emotionally. I won't be crying my ass off. I won't be turning myself into a complete idiot or a complete numbnuts. Simply put, I don't like putting myself in that situation. I don't mind dressing up in a costume every once in a great while and show people what kind of a lunatic I can be. Hell, I can put on a Disney cap and do that as well. But I have to find ways and have to give permission. I have to find permission to get past this. You have to give yourself permission. I have to give myself permission over this. Because this matters a damn thing to me. A couple of days ago, I was having a class. And I wanted to wear the Star Trek stuff. And I did wear a little bit. But I did feel like I wanted to do a complete geek out. Hell, I wanted to do a Harry Potter one with a mage. Sorry, I couldn't do that one either. Too much engulfed in work, schoolwork. And that's okay. Because that's one of the major things that's keeping me from going insane. It's still trying to complete the goals and tasks that I still wanted to do before my brother passed away a few years back. And I made a promise to him, and I made a promise to Mom. I'd get through college. Even though I was in junior college, I don't give a shit. I screwed up 30 years ago at a community college. I wanted to make it up. I wanted to get through this damn thing. And then maybe, just maybe, think about a 4-year. If I'm going to be that crazy enough anyway for it. And if I happen to get something out of a 4-year, oh, we'll see what happens after that one. But just for tonight, just for today, you saw me geek out and trek out, so. Live long and prosper, nano nano. So say we all.